Howdy, everyone. We're your hosts, Grant Cohn, Jack Hammer. Another film session, this time after a win, 31-10 over the Rams. We're going to watch the offense. Jack, how you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't complain. Excited to watch this.
It's going to be fun. This is it's an interesting film to watch. I really want to focus on the personnel that the 49ers are using, how that affects the Rams, because I think that really tells the story, especially in the first half of this game.
All right, let's get right into it. Boom. There we are. Hold on. We got a little ahead of ourselves. Let's take it back. Okay.
Yes, they're going to come out right away. And you see the Rams are they're in 11 personnel here, the 49ers are. And the Rams respond by having 5 DBs on the field. So it's a soft box, really. You see a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage, but there's 5 down linemen, 1 linebacker. Jalen Ramsey isn't going to scare anybody as a slot corner in the middle there, right, with his ability to stop the run. And poor Troy Reeder there, number 51. He's kind of gets stuck as a lone stand-up linebacker behind the line, and he's not very good throughout the game. We see this throughout. The 49ers really like to run this toss where they bring the man in motion. A lot of times that's been in the past. That has been Kyle Juszczyk or George Kittle doing that. Right. This week they take advantage of the personnel and the unique skill set they have in Deebo Samuel, and they utilize him in that role.
Right, and here he's gets a lot of force. Nice little block. Mm-hmm. And so you're basically getting a double team block with someone getting a running start. That's conceptually sound to me. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And then they come back here and now they're in 11 personnel again.
I'm just curious. First play of the draft of the game, were they gun or they're under center? Apparently they don't pass anymore when they're under center. Something to watch for. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not quite as much as they have in the past.
Yeah.
And then again, they're in 11 personnel here again, and this time now they have now they motion Deebo Samuel in the backfield, but in the slot on the left side going in motion, that's now Jeff Wilson. Same exact play,
same concept, just from a different formation. Now they're in shotgun, few different players executing it. Now you got Deebo. Okay, now they're not in the shotgun. You got Deebo at running back, but it's the same concept, right?
It's the same play. They're going to. The only difference is as you watch this play through. Remember on the first play you had Deebo come out. He helped Kittle with the kick out on 54. This time you're going to have Jeff Wilson do it with the toss going to Deebo.
What I love, this is good offense. You don't have to have 100 different plays in a game. What you need is a few core concepts that you do really well, and you package, you build off of. They did it. This was like I gave them an A+ for their coaching in this game. I thought they were really on it.
Yeah, I really like the whole way that they put this together, the way that they kept with the ground game. Easy concepts, and this is all stuff we've seen them run throughout the season. They're out here now. They're in 11 personnel again. Here comes the motion. I think that's going to be Jennings this time running across, but they run the little inside zone to. It's just really nice, right off the wall by Jeff Wilson.
So you're building off that look now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's that same look, right? It's that same. Yeah. We're gonna bring a guy across, but now all of a sudden we're running the other direction.
Right. Okay. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, 2nd and 5. This little screen to the left side to Ayuk.
I remember he needs to go here. He saw 94 and didn't want it.
Yeah, he needs to cut up inside that instead of taking that to the sideline. But again, look at the box. There's really not a whole lot in there. The 49ers kind of spread them out a little bit this time. But it's Leonard Floyd and Von Miller are not very good at setting the edge. They're just not. They're good pass rushers, but they're not really good edge setters. This is a decent play by Miller just because they threw it right into him. And Juszczyk doesn't get him, and you've got the receiver taken outside of him. But those two on the edge aren't really your prototypical edge setters. They're pass rushers that want to get get up the field. Again, nickel still. And I believe you get George Kittle on Floyd, I believe, here. And that's a mismatch.
Yeah.
Still in that, they're still in nickel at this point. The Rams are in this drive.
Yeah. Interesting. This is totally geared to play the pass, right?
Yep.
Why would you go against the Niners offense when they're in 21 personnel and be a nickel? Why would you do that?
Well, because they're in 11.
Okay. I see. And that's where they had success in this game?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of their bigger plays, a lot of their better plays are when they're not in their 21 personnel. You'll see that as we roll through it.
Interesting. I see. So they're doing what the Rams used to do. They're running against a nickel look.
Yeah, so now here they come out. Now they're in 21 personnel. They've been in 11 so far. Now they're in 21. They're going to run the toss out here to the right. Doesn't do very well. Now the Rams, because when they're in 21 personnel, the Rams are in more of their base package. The nickel's off the field. If you look at this one right now, there's no nickel on the field. Now you have the two linebackers in the middle. It's now
front.
Yep. So now they have 7 men and they're able to stuff it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So 2nd and 9, and they're going to go back to 11 personnel. The Rams are back into their nickel package again. It's going to be a run with Debo.
Yeah. And it works because there's so much space.
Mm-hmm. And so that's really how they dictated, especially early on. This is just like their split zone, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With Jeff Wilson Jr. coming across, that's a nice block too. You see that?
Yep.
That's nice.
That's one of the having a receiver that can play running back and having a running back that can play fullback at the same time. It's really what set them apart in this game.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate you. Let's go back.
Yeah, because they're in 11 personnel again. They're still in that 11 look.
Interesting. So really, they've become a shotgun 11 personnel team because that really suits Jimmy.
It suits Jimmy, but it also opens up the box for the running game. Really,
sure.
And they have the versatility with as long as Wilson's healthy and Samuel's healthy, they have that ability to do it.
Yeah. I don't understand why they don't think Trey Sermon can do it, but they know more than us.
and now they're back. Now they're in their 21 personnel.
Got it.
See how much more congested the box is.
Yeah.
And that they get it's a good job right here to pick up a couple yards. I think they're getting offsides as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 52.
Yeah, 52 jumps in there.
Nice, but still, it's tough sledding there.
Yeah, you can see how when they're in their normal look, or what you think of them as their normal look, things get really congested. Second, and again, 21 personnel. Everything's downhill for the Rams because of it, and they do a good job of shutting this down.
Yeah,
and they stop them, stand them up.
Jack, you're right. They found something, and it's a personnel grouping.
Yeah, and again, this the bad part for the deal with the Rams, I think why they've had so much success with them is Reader is in the middle, and he's just not very good.
Right.
He's kind of the weak link on this defense, especially when he's got to be in there by himself. Even in this, when they're in this look with the two linebackers in the middle, 50's a rookie.
And Garoppolo's an elite quarterback sneaker, as we've learned.
He played with Tom Brady in New England.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He was taking notes. He was not. He was paying attention.
Now, 12 personnel though. So again, when the Rams are in their base defense, it's the running game moves the ball, but it's not the 4 or 5 yard. I'd even consider a 4 or 5 yard play kind of a chunk play on the ground if you can do that consistently.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
So now you're back 2nd and 10. Let's see what they do. Okay, the 21 again.
And this time they're going to take advantage of the coverage. Crossing the face of the linebacker. Nice pass. Nice that's a nice catch. Nice ball.
Yeah.
But here, 3rd and 10. He's trying to go to Kittle first off. You see him look to Kittle. Kittle's not covered though, so he comes down to Juszczyk. Do you see that?
Yeah.
But that's nice though, because now they're in 3rd and 4. There's offense played in 3rd and manageable almost the whole time.
Right.
That was really good by Garoppolo not to throw that to Kittle. That was a good recoil.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3rd and 4 here, they're going to get the ball to Kittle. But they're at 11 personnel. You see the formation, and now they've got Kittle matched up one-on-one with Reader.
That's easy. That's too easy. Kittle, Reader. I mean, good luck, dude.
Yeah, the 49ers are dictating this whole possession. What's happening? They're dictating what's going to happen. They know before the snap how this should play out. Really, really nice. Hits him right in stride. Gets it off quick. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. Puts it on him. Nothing difficult, but it's just good game management by the coaching staff here.
Mm-hmm.
Easy pitch and catch. That's easy. Don't get any easier than that.
Yep. That's Niners football.
Yep. 1st and 10. They're right back to that 21, that 11 look though, right? Right back to 11. Force. They got. Look at that. Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and that the guy in the backfield.
Nice.
You're
right, Jack. Right. Every time. Man, they really found something here. I wonder if it'll work against other opponents or if this is just look at that front. Look at all that space in their nickel defense. They're trying to build a 5-man look against with their nickel defense, but there's like nothing here.
Yeah, they're trying to have a 5-man front, but they don't have the strength. Watch, they just blow Von Miller out of here.
40 fall, 96. Ooh.
Yeah, look at if you can go back and do that one more time. Watch this play. This play gets made by the block. You get the kick at the double team on Miller, and then watch Trent Williams put his guy on his back. That's what's 96 right there. 96 can get put on his back.
Yeah.
40 is going to get kicked out. That creates the lane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, they're just dealing this all along. Still an 11.
Wow. And they're under center, so you pretty much guarantee this is going to be a run. Oh, I like this too.
Yeah, and this is a really nice play because this is their split belly zone, but out of a toss look.
Right.
Because they've been toss to the left, toss to the right, right?
Yeah, 85 comes across, gets 40, and you're trying to hit this right between 85 and 71.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, more or less.
Right in that ballpark.
Yeah. Nice play. And you're building that off of your toss sweep to the outside. It's all very good. It's almost like Mike Shanahan came through and was like, "Here, Kyle, let me show you how it's done."
It's really good stuff. This was a really good, solid plan that they're running here. Now they're in 12 personnel, and they're going to go. I think they're going to toss out here to the left.
Right.
And they just get people moving on this one.
Yeah, look at that! Look at that block with Werner.
Yeah, he's really come on this year. He's really improved.
Yeah, strong guy. Sorry, back a little too far, but Werner's here. He's going to go in motion. He's going to make the block.
Yeah, he's right there he's on the wing on the right side. He's going to motion across and help with the double team.
85, 89. Oh yeah, nice.
It's kind of the same. It's that same toss play that they've been running, right? They're using the double team to kick out the end, and they cut it up inside of them. It's the same thing that they've been doing throughout the whole.
Right, because when you go against like a team with a 3-4 look, they're not going to let you get outside. They're trying to set the edge, so just kick out that edge center. Easy. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And they're all congested in the middle there. The linebacker's really the only guy that can help you, but Reader just keeps overrunning everything.
Yep. It's a long night for Von Miller. He's going to be glamorous on the Rams. Now defend the run all night long.
Yeah, that's one of the better parts about this whole game.
Yeah. Okay, so now you got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Okay.
Yeah, they go into their little 12 look. And then this one right here, this is just Jalen Moore missing. He's trying to step down, and he just misses Donald. Donald just swims him right there on the edge.
Happens.
Yeah.
Happens to most offensive linemen who go against Donald. Ooh. So he just kind of looks like he meant to do that.
Yeah, just kind of that's a really nice play.
Yeah.
And then we get the touchdown here from Garoppolo
To Kittle.
to Kittle. Correct. Sorry. And that's good. He gets that ball out quick.
Someone asked Kittle about it after the game. He was like, "Yeah, the throw was late."
But it almost is a little late in a way because he's looking the other direction first.
Right.
And I think the reason he's saying it's late is because he's getting hit as the ball gets to him, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's a heck of a drive. They went 93 yards. Took up almost the whole quarter.
Yeah,
that was just
great first
really
drive.
nice.
And now after this, they're up 14-0 because pick six.
Yep, we got the Jimmy Ward interception. They stop him.
14-7.
Oh yeah, they were 14-0. That's the one drive by LA. They come out here though. They're in 21 personnel this time.
Once again, the split belly toss. Love that.
Yep. They've had so much success with it with that toss to start with. You're getting everybody overflowing, and then you cut right back behind it.
Jack, why go with the toss as opposed to a straight handoff on those stretch plays? And does this changes the timing a little bit?
Well, in this situation, if you go back to that end zone view play, just to look at it again, because they've been tossing it so much, right? Look at the way the linebacker's over. Now the linebacker's overplaying because he sees this as toss. He's reading the backfield, and the motion in the backfield is telling him that this is going to be tossed to his left. So he's starting to move, and he's going to take himself. He's blocking himself.
Yeah, 51. But my question is, why the toss on the outside run as opposed to the handoff? Like this it gets the running back out in the perimeter quicker.
Like on this play right here, are you talking about? Like why use the toss instead of handing it to him?
No, like let's say this were an outside run. Why do a toss sweep instead of a stretch?
Just to get the ball out, just to get the ball into his hands quicker. It's for his angle because if the running back, if he can take a little bit wider of an angle, because the quarterback doesn't have to try to meet him at the mesh point.
Got it. So he can take a wider angle and then get right downhill.
Yeah.
So it's basically Mitchell more. Who knows?
We saw this against the Eagles. They did this a lot against the Eagles too, because the Eagles kind of played the same front. And what happens when you do that toss, it gets that guy out there a little quicker, like you just said, and it allows him to attack downfield because
makes sense. Yeah,
it's just
they did this in Atlanta in 2016. I remember they used to do this with Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, it's just angles.
Yeah, it almost looks like a counter play, but yeah, I see what you're saying. It's a toss, split belly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. And then back to their base personnel, and it's not as easy to run. It's a great observation.
The other thing I noticed, I told you this during the game, was that it seemed to me like Laken Tomlinson had a tougher game with Aaron Donald than Daniel Brunskill did.
Well, somehow Daniel Brunskill completely owns Aaron Donald, which is the biggest mystery in the NFL. We may never understand that one.
Yeah, because when Donald was head up on Mac, you look at here, he's going to win that battle. This one he jumps offside, so it kind of makes sense that he wins it because he's in his face before the ball snapped. But he's going to win that. He's going to probably win that battle more often than he's going to win some of the other ones.
Right.
They're 12 personnel now, though. That's good penetration. He tries. You can see him try to cut back, but there's nothing there.
It's a perfect pitch too from Jimmy Garoppolo. Eyes on the target, between the numbers.
It's elite.
It's elite. I'm sorry. He makes $27 million. I like to rib him. He's having a hell of a stretch. Good for you, Jimmy. It's good-natured fraternal ribbing. That's all it is. You're a good player.
Uh-huh.
Nice throw. I do appreciate his quick release. Alex Smith didn't have it. Colin Kaepernick didn't have it. It's quite unique. And all these throws look so easy and so easy to defend, but boom, he gets them.
Yep.
I don't know if Alex Smith can complete it, but he can.
Yeah, and they're really able to take advantage of the middle of this defense. Yeah. Now look at this. Look at this one. Now look at the way that they're lined up. This is a big. They're able to get a nice gash play for it's
so much
5 yards.
Raheem Morris that the Niners are trying to run the ball on you. What are you doing?
Well, What with the two receivers that are spread out, look what it does. It takes because they're in their base defense now.
Right. It
It
takes
takes
outside linebackers. Yeah.
it takes those linebackers or ends, whatever you want to call them. It spreads them out, and now you're stuck. The one linebacker's kind of playing off to the outside, and it's opens everything up. It's 5-on-5 in the middle, 6-on-5, or 5-on-5.
Yeah, it's not good. So he tries to creep in, but there's still space. Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit better of a block there by Williams, and you get a bigger play here. Guy's inside of his face to start with.
Oof, easy.
Yeah.
This is really good. Yeah, Mike Shanahan did a great job with this game plan. I gotta say, this is vintage Mike right here. 1990, because they went with the red uniforms. He's like, all right, only since you're wearing the 94 Reds, I'll help you out.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then here again, though, it's that cutback. It's everything they're doing is outside. Now we're going to bring you we're going to get you flowing hard, and we're going to cut right back on you behind you.
And again, that was from their base personnel grouping, which hasn't been as effective. Now they're here in 11.
And they get offsides by Thomas, and he twitches just a little bit.
Oh, Lakin. I don't even know who 94 is. Oh yeah, it's Twitch.
Yeah. I think this play right here, this is my favorite Garoppolo pass of the game, because it's 3rd and 7. I just like his movement. You've got Aaron Donald out wide to the right now, because Tom Compton's in here too, along with Miller coming off the right side. They do a pretty good job of picking it up. They use those 3 guys to pick it up. Garoppolo's got to move and reset. It's not a big movement, but just his ability, the fact that he's able to move, reset his feet, and throw up. Really good job though by the 3 on the right side to get these 3 guys.
Yeah,
It's just a little inside twitch, and he hits him. Debo's just a heck of a player.
But that's what that play like they like to do with the 3 wide receiver side and have the outside guy run the slant. They call that, at least we see that every week.
Yeah, it's
essentially it's a good call.
Yeah, it's a really good play.
It works for him, yeah. And I like throwing it to Debo as opposed to use check or a running back, which is what they like to do a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. And then they're right back. This is 11 personnel again, right up the middle, 13 yards.
Jeez, they really found something that worked and stuck with it. God love them. That's good coaching. But he owed it to the 49ers to keep calling it until the Rams showed an adjustment. They never adjusted.
Well, and then this one is funny because the Rams are in their base defense too. But I'm wondering, where is 51 going? Watch 51 in this play. It's hilarious. He takes himself so far out of the play.
Oh, let me try to go back.
Here we go. He's going to react to the motion of Kittle.
Oh yeah.
Look where he is, and now you don't have the fit in the middle, and that's why you're able to get this run that you get.
Who's 51?
That's Troy Reeder.
He's awful.
He is. He was a 7th round pick from Delaware, and he looked good in the preseason a couple years ago, and he's been the starter in the middle, and he's not good.
He is awful. Man, it's going to be hard for the Rams to do anything meaningful in the playoffs with that guy on their team.
That's where they're weak. That's their weak point, is their linebacker level is not good in the middle. Oof, and now now they've finally seen enough, and they've taken him out of the game. 50's replaced him in the middle now.
And here they're in 11 personnel, but are the Rams trying to counter with their base defense, as you said?
It looks like they are. Yes, they've kind of adjusted to it a little bit now, and they're not changing up quite as much.
Right, they're running on us. Maybe we shouldn't just match up. Maybe we should actually do what the Cardinals did and put a bunch of defensive linemen on the field. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
just
it's more of a 6. Now it's more of a straight up 6-1 look, because they've got the 4 down linemen, the outside linebackers.
Right. Okay. That's a nice throw. Nice play by Ayuk.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. You can watch. You can really see they jump. Watch 24. He jumps the slant, the short slant. I think they might be trying to do a robber here, and he just takes himself right out of opens up the lane right behind him. Really nice play by you to run through that. My gosh. This 49er team, the way they played this way, if they can do this on a week in and week out basis, they're going to be a very good team on offense.
Yeah. Too bad they haven't shown they can do that.
Yeah. The Rams do a great job here, though, of double teaming Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, because that's who you want to double team. Yeah, the advanced scouting report really led them to the right guy on that play. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Nice play, Ayuk. Kind of reminds me of Sammy Watkins. Is that a comparison for him? Sammy Watkins? A little bit? I don't know.
Maybe a little bit with the speed, but I think he's way more physical than Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think you're right on that.
Yeah, and then they're an 11 personnel, and this is a touchdown run by Debo. And it's always good when you have that. They're going to have the one man unblocked. And it's always good when your best player can beat a guy that's unblocked.
Yeah, really.
That's the difference.
What to do here? Oh, guess what? 11.
Yeah, they're an 11 with Jeff Wilson really as their fullback. He's playing the huge check role in this game a lot.
He's really good at it. This was a brilliant wrinkle. This 22 at fullback. Love it. Genius.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's just
nice. Yeah.
That's a playmaker making a play right there.
Absolutely. And this is so effective that the Niners really have to come back to this next week. They got to keep doing this. This is who they are now. I don't care what they used to be. This is who they are now. It works.
It has to be a part of their package. It has to be a package that they incorporate into every game. It doesn't make sense not to, because you're able to get into it.
Yep.
Out of stuff that you could run the ball with Jeff Wilson, right? Yep. And just kind of having him slide over into the fullback role. It's too easy not to.
Right. So here you got two tight ends and a really, really aggressive run front. And the guy just misses a tackle.
Yeah, just run right around. I think that's Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 6 guys here.
They got 6 guys, but look at the big bubble out there. So all you got to do, if you can even though they have 6 up front, if you can get past 54 takes himself out of the play with that inside step. Yep, and he doesn't even get a hand on him. What a run by Mitchell.
What a run.
Good blocking too, but what a good job of him to be able to get around that.
Yeah.
12 personnel here. Nice run up the middle.
Yep. Tom Compton finishing.
That's crazy that how well they played. Yeah. They didn't. This is what the 49ers are, and their offensive linemen are built to do this, and they were able to get them settled into this game with this.
Right. Yeah.
And they're definitely overplaying the left side here. Look at because this is the toss to the left. Look at they're kind of overplaying. More guys already over there.
Yeah, it's true. They're expecting it.
Yep.
And they get it.
Yeah. And now Reader finally makes a play.
Yeah. And celebrates.
Yes. But that sets up the 3rd and 8. Really the first 3rd and, I guess, the 3rd and 7, but, this is going to be the longest 3rd down.
Oh, that's the pancake on Von Miller. Which, yeah, cool play, but, I mean, you lost 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, I kind of laugh when I see stuff like that on social media. Yeah, it's great. You knocked him down, but part of the reason he's actually doing a good job of making the play by standing up and allowing somebody else to get through there.
Right.
It's not like he's just, he's definitely getting blocked out of the play.
But he essentially does set the edge.
Yeah.
And I mean, kind of. Yeah. Anyway, it's a loss.
Yeah.
3rd and 8.
And then this is the only time Garoppolo gets hit in this game, and you're going to get a sack out of 24 on the blitz here. Just works his way across.
The only time Garoppolo gets hit. That's a recipe for success.
Yeah, it's kind of wild when it happens.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen until the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's nowhere for he's not going to get to the quarterback, but the quarterback has to move because of the pressure around the right side, and he's able to slide across and get there.
Right.
False start by Kittle.
This whole Jeff Wilson, the blocker thing is amazing. It's genius. It's the little signature to the game.
Yeah, in this one, it sure was. It sure
Yeah,
was.
a little signature. Something that wouldn't ever present itself in the box score, but someone who was a true tape grinder would appreciate it.
Yeah. And this is a nice little play that both you and I mentioned during the game. This was one that last week we talked about.
Right.
Was they've been running this toss, running this toss, running this toss. Now kind of do the fake toss with a slant off the backside, almost like an RPO.
Yeah, that was one of the readers' suggestions in there. Mike McDaniel was like, "That's a good idea." I'm convinced that Mike McDaniel watched our show last week.
I think so. I think so.
No, he was like, "This is good. This is not." I'm just saying. I'm giving myself credit and McDaniel credit.
Yeah, whoever the viewer was that sent that in, he deserves credit for that play.
Hell yeah, that was all you. All right, here we go. Back in the gun. Quick release. Nothing too ambitious in the pass game. No, was that the play? No. That wasn't the play that was supposed to be the deep shot, was it?
No, that's coming up.
Oh, okay. Because I know it was a throw to Jennings.
Yes, that was an incompletion to Jennings.
All right. An incompletion, right? It was almost picked.
Yes. Yeah. 2nd and 9. This is
his only bad play of the game. They didn't need to take that shot. So from his perspective, it's okay. Just don't do what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You're up, and so don't turn the ball over, which is fine.
Right.
But this ball right here is probably his tightest as far as being maybe being picked off. But from this angle now, it doesn't look like Ford. Like from our angle, it looked like Ford had a play on the ball, but when you watch it here, it doesn't look like he does.
Yeah. Okay, 3rd and 6.
Yep. Let's see where Debo's in the slot.
Man, it's a nice throw. It's just amazing after the catch.
Yeah. That's so good on both ends.
Jimmy was he's so confident against the Rams. Just boom. God, that's a confident throw. Because Jimmy, sometimes his confidence comes and goes, and you can see it. Like he was extremely confident in this game.
Yeah, he was.
Middle of field's open. Let's go.
Yeah, he knew right where he wanted to go, and he was going to get it there.
Yep. Just not doing a whole lot on offense, which is a good thing. What they're doing works. Stick with it.
Yep. This is their little. Yeah, their toss. The split belly zone kind of look with the. And that time he brings it all the way back across.
Yep. 4 yards. Take it.
Mm-hmm.
And
11 personnel. Motion Debo back. 22 is going to lead up for you.
Hold on. What I want to say is that it is technically 11 personnel, but you could call it 21 personnel if you call Debo running back.
Exactly.
It's such a weird. I don't know what it is, but it's like it's the positionless thing he was going for, right?
It is, and that's where if they want to, if they have the ability, the Rams are in their base package now. They've stopped really adjusting to it with their personnel,
right?
But the fronts are still executing it partly because Debo is just a playmaker.
Yeah,
and but that it has the ability to open up other things for them, shot wise down the field if they want to, because. If you're going to stay in your 11 personnel with your base, now you potentially can get Debo against linebackers, and you should be able to beat that all day long.
Right. Okay, 3rd and 2, another 4-yard gain.
Yeah, 11 personnel again, right up the middle with Jeff.
Yeah.
Having Jeff Wilson Jr. back is so big. I understand they like JaMychal Hasty as a receiver, but having this guy as your second back coming off the bench behind Mitchell is such a big improvement for the 49ers. They've been missing this all season long.
Well, I mean, they said their goal was to get to 40 runs. You can't get to 40 runs if you don't have 2 running backs you trust. And they haven't had 2 running backs they've trust all year. No.
Yeah, this was
weird.
Yeah, ball gets snapped and only a couple people move. I think this has happened a couple times now for the Friars this year. This is the second. This happened in the Green Bay game. Look at that. Everybody's just standing around.
Yeah.
So it sets up 2nd and 6, and then they're going to get an illegal motion here on
Jennings.
I think it's going to be on Jennings because he's motioning towards the line of scrimmage when the ball snapped.
He has to keep going parallel.
Yeah, because otherwise you can't be coming at the line of scrimmage. That's
Right.
like
That's like
looks like
Arena Football League, right? Yeah.
yeah, or CFL. It looks like he's up in
CFL.
the.
Yeah. Good point.
Hey, don't you know?
Oh, good point. I see what you mean. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
So
where I started firing off snarky tweets about the Niners not executing after halftime. I remember this.
yep, yeah, because they started to shoot themselves in the foot here a little bit, but
Yep.
they come right back and
They hit that throw for like
Garoppolo.
the 8th time today. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Rams still surprised. Reader, hey, they're coming for you, dude. They don't respect you. Oh, 50. I guess neither one of them.
Yeah, they're just sitting down in the zone.
Yep.
That's what's up. 3rd and 14. They're at the 32. At least that throw gets them into field goal range. And this is the first incompletion of the game for Garoppolo, and it's actually a good throw or a good decision because they're trying to run a little screen out here to Kittle, and he just gets held.
It's just not there. Yeah.
And so he throws it in the ground.
Yeah.
So, it took until halfway through the second or more than halfway through the third quarter for an incompletion.
Right.
They're not asking him to do a whole lot. I mean, but he's making the plays.
Yeah. That's a lot like Mac Jones in New England, right?
Yeah, or Alex Smith in 2012. Yeah. This game reminded me a lot of that 2012 game against Arizona. When he was like 18 of 9. I think he was like 18 of 19.
Yeah.
That night he had 3 touchdowns, but it was very similar.
I agree. That's a good call. And you know what happened the next week?
Yeah. That's true.
We're not going to say it though. Speak it into existence.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the second half was definitely more of a grind for the 49ers. Right. I mean, they're up also, and they're trying to grind the clock out.
Yeah.
But
that's what's supposed to happen when you're up big in the second half.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's the first time that they've been able to stop the 49ers on the toss sweep with Debo.
Mm.
But they've adjusted by this point. At this point now, they're running their base. They're running their base defense out there. They're overplaying the shift.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how the 49ers can adjust back off of that. They're in 21 personnel here.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the one actually that I thought that looked like it was going to be a pick. Ramsey had it. Looked like he was going to get it.
Okay, yeah. So waiting for the one we saw with Sherfield.
It's coming up.
Kind of ground. It's coming up. All right.
Yeah, it's coming up here.
I never saw a replay of it. I only saw it once.
Yeah.
Okay, dangerous pass.
Just a dangerous ball. That ball should. Yeah, he tried to fit it in there, but he comes right back from that, and he's going to get the Debo over the middle. Take advantage of these linebackers.
Yep.
It looks like they're in dime, bring pressure right on the money.
Yep.
Nothing fancy about it, but he just put it right where it needs to be. Fire's offensive line just also doing a very good job of passing guys off as they're going through, for their protection. Mm-hmm. Really good. This is the play here.
Okay.
And so what you're going to get out of this, they're going to play action. He's going to boot out here. You're going to get Sherfield running a corner post, and you've got the guy at the top of the screen who's at the 40. He's going to be coming across, and then you also have the running back into the flat. You've got Sherfield one-on-one with. He's got the safety so tied up. I don't know. He's looking at him. He sees a safety over the top, but I don't see why at this point.
Oh. Yeah, we saw that from the press box, and he let go of the ball before he really gave Sherfield a chance. But that should have been big gain at Sherfield. I mean, at the 25, at the 20, I mean, really.
Yeah, if he just throws that ball out there at the 25, 20, 30-yard line right there, there's no chance that safety is going to stop it. Even the ball, even where he throws it to Jennings here, he's open. He could get it. He just got to throw that ball out in front of him more.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he was open too. I guess it's what bothers me, and it's hard to nitpick because he was so good. It's just he never even gave it a chance. And if it was just a one-off, I'd let it go. But that's Jimmy. And Jimmy's a good quarterback. But you talk about limitations. I think he could make the throw. I think he actually has the arm strength to hit this, but he didn't even give himself a chance.
Yeah, I think he could hit this. I think he can throw that thing from the 30 to the 30 on the other side.
He absolutely could. But I mean, what's the game situation here?
They're up 20. I think they're 24-7 at this point.
All right, so you don't necessarily need to take that shot, but
it's not
wide open.
Yeah, no, it's wide. Take the shot. I mean, when it's open like this, and you have,
you're not going to throw it.
Right. When you get the matchup that you have here, then why not take the shot? It's not like the throw that he makes to Jennings here is any safer. It's actually more dangerous because look at where Jennings.
Yeah. Good point.
He's open with Ramsey chasing him, but Ramsey's able to close down and almost undercut it.
Yeah.
Great the other thing,
Kittle too. Man,
yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's the other difference. When they ran this play against Indy, they had Dwelly in line. Now with him out in that bunch coming down like that, he's able to get a more physical block.
You could get it from Werner too. Yeah, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, now you're back to 11 personnel running.
Mm-hmm. Just split it.
Yep. Elijah Mitchell back.
We saw a lot more of Deebo Samuel, though, in the slot doing that this week than we have in the past.
Yeah.
Nice little change up.
Okay. He got hit. That's the one where he threw this ball and you're like, how did you miss that bad? But got hit in the face. Well, maybe not hit in the face, but he got moved off his spot.
Yeah. Couple bad balls. I mean, he threw 19 times, and 15 of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I still think this might have been his best game ever. I mean, he was really, really good. Extremely efficient.
He was very good. I think you go back to 2019. He had a really good stretch over the second half of the season in 2019. New Orleans
ranked defense in the league, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
The game situation.
He rated New Orleans that day. That's true. He did.
Being 3-5 against a team that's 7-2, and the situation and everything that went into this game, though, compared to the 2019 season, I think you're right.
Yeah, there's a lot in the line.
Mm-hmm.
We got Voice Ad Agency says, not trying to interrupt their film study, Grant, but Deebo is a real life Spencer James, All-American.
He kind of is in a way. If you haven't watched the show, it's Spencer does pretty much everything in that show. They line him up. He's a receiver. He'll be a running back. He's a defensive back. He does whatever you need him to do.
I think he's the best running back on the team. I mean, nothing against Elijah Mitchell, but Deebo's good at that position. Yeah,
to give him like if you're able to get the ball into his hands in that manner 5 or 6 times, that's a definite plus to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And I've never seen a wide receiver you can do that with, ever. Have you? Cordell Patterson. He is like he's Cordell Patterson, but actually a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Actually a good wide receiver. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep going back when we talk about Deebo Samuel. I keep going back to Ricky Waters. That's
a great comp. Actually, comparing him to a running back is a good comp. But again, he's a better wide receiver than Ricky Waters was.
Yeah, Ricky Waters in '94 was a really good dual threat player. But he's not anywhere. Deebo is a more explosive version of that. So Right. I'm not saying that he's definitely better, but he brings that type of player to Kyle Shanahan's offense like his dad had.
Certainly. Nice catch on second down. Here we go, 3rd and 6. They're going to get nothing. They're going to go for it on 4th and 6, and I'm up in the press box like, what are you doing? Why don't you trust your defense? What are you thinking? And I'm like, oh well, they just want to score a touchdown. All right, that makes sense. That's always fun.
Yeah, it was interesting. It really is an interesting choice, right? If you just pause it for a second here, they're down 24-7 at the 40-yard line. Their defense has been playing really good, and they're going to go for it. Last week, they're in the same situation, down 31-17, and they punt it.
Right, that's right.
If you're it's cool to say that Shanahan is, going for it. He's being ultra aggressive. But where was that last week when you were behind? It's easy to be aggressive like this when you're ahead. And that's just a great ball too. Great play on both ends.
It's just amazing to me. It's like, it's going to be the dig over the middle to someone. And it always surprises people. Oh, there it is. But I just feel like Jimmy's quick release makes it happen.
Yeah, well, watch where when he's starting to throw the ball, look where everybody is.
Yeah.
The ball's almost out of his hand already by that point. And Debo looks covered.
Yeah, he does.
He really does.
That's nice.
Oh. Yeah, it might not make a PFF big time throw or whatever, but that's a big time throw. That's a big time NFL throw. And that's
6, yeah, that is a big time throw. 4th and 6. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just a really nice. That ball's. He's throwing it.
Oof.
Look where he is. He knows he's going to come open though. He trusts his receiver to make the play.
That's really nice. Good spiral too. Oh, yeah, that is a great throw.
Hit him right in the face.
Hit him perfectly in stride and allowed Debo to do the rest. Yeah, I got to give it to him. That was nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, they're pretty much just grinding it out. They're going to run the ball
just
here.
The basic stuff.
Yeah. That was a pretty good hit, though.
That was a pretty good. I remember wincing in the press box.
Yeah, woo!
On the 8th floor. Oof.
Yeah, because he gets spun around here pretty good.
Ow. Yeah, that would have been my last play ever as a football player. Yeah, it's not for me. Not for me.
What time soccer practice start?
Exactly. That's a foul. All right. I think that's it. I think we can wrap it up there.
Yeah.
That might have been my favorite game plan from Kyle Shanahan's that he's had in a long time, just because of the simplicity of it. I love that. Sometimes Kyle likes to sort of overwhelm you and awe you, which is cool, but sometimes this is better. Just give me 5 concepts that you're really good at that team can't handle, and that one wrinkle of using everything out of 3 wide receiver sets or using, I don't know what you call Debo. Is he a running back? It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah. No, this was I love the running game. I love watching teams run the ball, especially like the 49ers did in this game. So as far as I'm concerned, this was a great game plan. And just watching it, like we talked about, that opening possession was just really Kyle Shanahan really at his best.
And he stuck with it the whole game. If Kyle Shanahan, probably because Jimmy Ward gave him that lead, but if Kyle Shanahan could coach like this every week, where he stuck to his convictions and stuck to his identity, I mean, I think Niner fans would be cool with him being here a long, long time. The issue with him is that it took until week 10 for this to happen. It took until they were 3-5 and they're on the brink of total collapse for this to happen. And the question is, okay, well, can you do it 2 times in a row? Everyone's going to pick you to beat the Jaguars. No one's criticizing you this week. Can you rise to the occasion again? Because this is a team that lost to Colt McCoy 8 days ago or 9 days ago. So do it again, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. It's easy to get up to play Monday Night Football against your division, your rival, on national TV. It's easy to get up for that game. Are you going to be able to get up for that
humiliation, right?
Yep. Are you going to be able to get up?
They're back. They're back. No. You're 4-5. You just took one positive step, but you're not back yet.
Yep. No, you have to look at it as a positive, but you also have to realize, like you just said, it's one step. You're 4-5. You've got to get to 5-5 this week. Jacksonville has shown that they can beat a good team. They just did it to Buffalo 2 weeks ago. And so if you don't bring your A game, which it could really be possible for the 49ers, they just had this big win on Monday Night Football. Now they've got to travel across the country. This was a game when the schedule came out that you and I talked about. This is a bad schedule.
Across the country, 10 a.m. Bad team. That's a trap game right there, right?
Yeah, it was a kind of a bad schedule for the 49ers, and the thought was, it's okay, it's only the Jaguars, they're nothing, but the Jaguars have shown that they can be tough the last couple of weeks.
And the Niners pattern in every game except this one is slow start. So if they do that again, I mean, this Jaguars team just made Josh Allen look like a chump and beat him 2 weeks ago. They're 2-2 in their last 4, and they have Trevor Lawrence, who I think is really good, even though his numbers aren't showing it. He was the number 1 pick in the draft. I think he's really good. So we'll see. I mean, the Niners I'm not picking the Jaguars. Don't get me wrong. But I picked the Niners with confidence against the Rams for a lot of reasons. I don't know how much confidence I'm going to have picking them in the future, but I'm still going to.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of I can understand I wouldn't know how to say anxiety or whatever, but I can understand the trepidation. I guess is the word. That's a big word for me. The trepidation that fans would have looking forward to this game.
Right, because like in football, as the circumstance of this game against the Rams sort of brought out the Niners' pride. They got humiliated the week before. They were on national television. It's a rival. Your season probably be over if you lose. It's easy to get up for this game, but this one's harder, right? It's Jacksonville. It's a short week. You just won. Everyone says you're good again. You feel better about yourself. Easy to go in and do the stuff you've been doing all season and kind of just let a bad team hang around. And
Yeah,
if you commit turnovers, you lose.
Yeah, it's again, yep, the quick turn, the long flight, 10 a.m. start. The 49ers are going to have, I think it's going to be a tough game for them.
Yeah,
there's a lot going against them.
Every game this season has been a tough game for them, except this one here. So we know the Niners have the ability, because this is what they used to do to teams, just destroy them 2 years ago. Well, it was the first time they did this year. If they could do it 2 times in a row, I'll start thinking about this team a lot differently.
Yeah, I agree. I think the one thing that if we wanted to look past the offensive plan and we looked at what the defense did, the defense got a little bit of a break with the interceptions, especially the first one was just, I don't know where the ball was going. The second one should have been a completion that bounces right in Jimmy Ward's hands.
Right.
And then the Rams moved the ball up and down the field on them. It was kind of they got down the field quite a bit on the 49ers. And then in the second half, you have the silly, right before halftime, you have the silly deal where they decide to fake the field goal so they don't score there. And then I think there was 2 or 3 possessions in the fourth quarter where they don't come up with points in the red zone.
And they averaged 5 yards a carry. The Niners didn't really have much of a pass rush. The defense, I mean, the Niners are built to win when they get the lead, but what they've been doing this year is not get the lead, not score on offense in the first half, and the defense is on the field a lot, and that's not their formula for winning. So we'll see if that doesn't happen next week against Jacksonville.
Yeah. Well, they better win. If they win this one, then they can get to 5-5, and then you've got a huge game against Minnesota.
Yeah, really. that'll be a very good team. A pretty evenly matched game, I would think. That'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at 5-5, it puts them right there. They're in the race.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Great. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jack. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you around.